Tasila.
Take him home.
I don't have transport.
I will send money for a cab. Just take him home.
Okay, Skomo. Thank you so much, Wendy.
I don't know. Maybe I really put you guys through hell. Maybe I really messed it up. But all I know is that I want all three of you. I want each and every one of you. But I know at the end of the day, it's up to each and every one of you to decide.
My husband.
I'm too traditional.
He's been sleeping with Banachimbo Saband.
She said,
Welcome to Scars, a reality TV show that brings you real life stories.
Banabukombe, she was very jovial and very understanding.
It so happens she has a husband that has 3 children and they have 1 child together.
I don't need you either! I've lived a life of regret!
I love my life.
You don't love my parents! You never love
witch!
And then answer me. Despite you being my husband, I'm not a man. So I've told you, go and marry the same man at You hear me? It's my child to work. My husband.
I'm too traditional.
He's been sleeping with Banachimbo Saband.
She said,
Welcome to Scars, a reality TV show that brings you real life stories.
Banabukombe, she was very jovial and very understanding.
It so happens she has a husband that has 3 children and they have 1 child together.
I don't need you either! I've lived a life of regret!
I love my life.
You don't love my parents! You never love
witch!
And then answer me. Despite you being my husband, I'm not a man. So I've told you, go and marry the same man at You hear me? It's my child to work. My husband.
I'm too traditional.
He's been sleeping with Banachimbo Saband.
She said,
Welcome to Scars, a reality TV show that brings you real life.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this yet another special edition of People and Power. My name is Kusanta Ntangi Chilebe. This is the first time you're joining us. This is a special program where we bring to you the people that have given themselves up to serve the country in this coming 12th August general elections that we'll be having here in Zambia. And today we're joined by Madam Eleni Grigoraki. She is the aspiring candidate, the aspiring UPND candidate for the newly formed Baluba Constituency on the Copper Belt in Luanshya. For the next hour, we will be getting to know who she is, what a plan for the people in Baluba are, and all 9 years. So if you have any questions or you want to contribute to the program, all you have to do is send your question in the comment section, and later on the program, she'll be able to respond to those questions. So without further ado, let me introduce my guest this morning. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Kusanta.
It is a pleasure to have you here.
Likewise.
You know, usually Luanshya is very far away from Lusaka, so we do not take it for granted that you've taken time from your busy schedule to come and join us here on People and Power.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So before we get into the nitty-gritty of our discussion, I want you to introduce yourself. Let people know you. Who is Madam Eleni?
Wow. My name is Eleni Grigoraki. I'm a farmer and an entrepreneur in Baluba. I'm currently running a farm with layers, pigs, cows, and I'm a resident of Baluba. I was born in Luanshya, and I'm a mother to many. And that's basically it. And obviously, I'm interested in politics. I've put myself out to serve the people and to make a difference for Baluba Constituency.
When did your political journey start?
I think, well, not I think. When I finished my master's degree in I came back to Zambia after my master's degree, and I joined the MMD, where I served at provincial level. But I was young, so I was very young. But I was interested in politics because of my community service, which comes naturally as a family. And I worked with MMD for many years, and then I stopped. I did join the PF. I even applied to stand as mayor.
Yeah, in 2021.
In 2021, yes. And after that, I came out of active politics, so that I was trying to concentrate on the farm, which was brilliant for me. And then I decided, when I knew that with Bill 7, there was an opportunity for women to lead and women to join in, and I knew that there was going to be an expansion of constituencies.
Yeah.
Because of the delimitation, it was important that I came up to serve. I put myself out to serve the people and develop Baluba where I came from, because it's easier to have your programs working when you're in front rather than the back.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So now, this is Women's Month. We just celebrated Women's Day. Is it 2 days ago? We are celebrating Women's Day. And in the past, we've seen a lot of women do not participate in politics. And the ones that want to participate in politics, the playing field is not usually smooth. So as we're celebrating Women's Day and you are contesting to be a member of parliament come August 12th this same year, how important is it for women to take part in decision making?
Wow. Women are participants in the economy, in the running of every single household every day. 50% of the Zambian population are women. And I feel that it's important for us to come forth from just being participants to being decision makers. So my decision to stand is part of that progress. Women contribute as teachers, farmers, entrepreneurs, mothers, but we need more representation where decisions are being made. Instead of decisions being made for us, we need to be part of the decision-making process. So leadership, I feel, must reflect on who it's representing. So if young girls, I feel that if young girls can see more women who are actively coming up and participating in politics, in decision-making, in any service, I think they will have more confidence to say, let us also rise to the front and lead. So I feel leadership is not preserved for anybody. It's who you're called for, and it is if you can serve. Challenges? Did you ask about challenges?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Like most women, usually when they want to participate in challenges, there are so many barriers that women have
Definitely.
to deal with. Sometimes
Definitely.
the political parties don't just believe in women.
Definitely.
Sometimes even the communities where we come from, when you look at the gender roles, we expect women to be in the kitchen, we expect women to be
That's true.
submissive, not to be in the forefront.
Very
So
true.
that has been the challenge. That's why if you've seen our representation, when you look at the proportions of the people that are in positions of leadership, we find that men generally dominate, and most women, we've got a very meager, small number of women represented, being represented in positions of politics. So how are you dealing with the challenges that women usually face?
So the great news about that is that under the new law with Bill 7, there will be, first of all, there's 20 women represented. The 20 is
guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. There will be 20 women in parliament. And then after that 20, there will be another almost, I think, 7. There's a guaranteed 40 women will be represented in parliament this year.
Yeah.
So that's a great start. I think that is a great boost to any woman who wants to serve.
Definitely.
Whether it is in the wards as a councillor, whether it is as a chairperson, whether it is an MP. I feel that women have been given, first of all, women have been given a huge boost of confidence to know that they are wanted and they are welcome to come up and serve. The challenges we face as women, obviously, is campaign resources. You know, you have a situation, I think I had a situation where I was asked to contribute something, and Immediately, the men who are also trying to stand in the same area I'm standing came and doubled my money.
Yeah.
So obviously that can be very intimidating, you know, you just think, wow. But yes, and obviously cultural expectation. You know, as a woman, we're expected to be in the kitchen to serve and to be behind whoever who leads.
Yes.
But I think that Zambia as a nation has progressed a lot.
Definitely.
We are 60 years after independence, so it's a different world.
Yeah.
You know, women are going to schools, we're getting education, and there are so many other women who have led before me, who have basically carried the baton and passing it over. So they give us a lot of confidence to know that if a woman can be a vice president, and we have had 2 vice presidents that are women.
Back to back, actually.
Yes, and that's brilliant. You know, it shows that women can lead. So I think that's very encouraging. Intimidation is a big one. You know, as a woman in politics, and this has happened several times. But I feel that I'm a victim of it.
Yeah.
Loads of times I've been intimidated. You know, cyber online. Oh, it's terrible. You know, they'll say things about you. They'll accuse you of what, and things that really don't have substance.
Yeah.
But you know, us stepping up is hard. It's a hard one. But I just came for a conference. The Ministry of Gender arranged a conference for women, and it included women from all political parties who wanted to aspire for councillor, for mayor.
Also, it was cross-cutting from councillor,
yes,
everybody,
every single, yes, every single woman who wanted to stand in Zambia in the coming general elections was welcome to attend. It was free, and it was very encouraging. You know, it's encouraging to share with other women. They will tell you what they go through. It's very intimidating. But when you rise as one and you look up to other women and you basically support each other. So yeah, intimidation is the big one. It's a real big one. But I think that you have to be strong. But no, definitely. You know, they can't all the time bring you down. But you know, it's hard, but it's not something that is impossible. And we're not, as I said, it's not only about me. It's also about those who are going to continue after us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you are contesting on the UPND ticket, a party that came into power under the promise of a new dawn. Mm-hmm. With the election just months away, why do you believe the UPND remains the best option for people of Baluba Constituency?
The UPND is the best platform for Baluba Constituency. And the UPND has come up, we're rebuilding the country through economic stability, decentralization, and investment in the people.
Yeah.
Since 2021, we've seen very strong efforts to restore the fiscal discipline of this country, attract investment, strengthen local governments, and also through initiatives like CDF. CDF is a big booster because now development is coming to us and our own people can decide on what needs to be done because we know our problems. So Baluba coming up as a new constituency, I think it's a big boost for us because we've got a chance to restart it and to redo it well, to replan it perfectly. Using CDF, I know that we'll be able to help each and every ward that is available, that is there in Baluba. Through CDF, we'll be able to fund schools, clinics, small businesses. And Baluba, you know, did you know that Baluba has got the biggest road market in Zambia?
Yes, the one that is at
Baluba itself.
Baluba Motel,
Yes,
where you can get eggs, you can get so much.
Yes, so that market has got more than 700 women every single day selling.
Oh.
Yes.
You know, I usually pass by, I never really pay attention, but there is so much activity happening.
Definitely.
There by the road.
Yes. So places like that, now when CDF comes in, we'll be able to, we have a toilet, but the toilet doesn't have water. Problems like that people who don't really live with us would know about it. We'll be able to sort them out using CDF. And obviously, agriculture and mining is a big one.
Yeah.
Baluba has got a lot of land, and it's in the copper belts. Copper is everywhere, minerals are everywhere. So with the UPND policies, we'll be able to help our individuals reach out and access funds. Yeah, that's basically it.
So areas like Maposa and Fisenge, have different economic activities and the common needs. How do you plan to bring these two communities together and ensure balanced development across the constituency? Because Baluba is pretty brand new. In the past, it was part of other constituencies. Now it has been separated in its own constituencies. When you look at Fisenga and you look at Maposa, different economic activities happen. How do you plan on using CDF and other resources that you have access to ensure that everybody is on the same page?
So I'm a farmer in Baluba. My parents have been farmers in Baluba for the last 50 years. So I know what it takes to be in Baluba. So Baluba is the center of the copper belt.
Yes.
We've got the airport behind us.
Yes.
We've got the road to Kasumbalesa. We've got the roads going to Solwezi. So everybody has to pass through Baluba to get to any of these places.
From Undola, as long as
you just have to pass through Baluba. You just have to
areas.
pass through us, yes. So Baluba, we need to, when I'm MP, we're going to strategize it so the women at Baluba area do have land. We can grow things that can reach Kasumbalesa. The people in Fisenge also, the first thing that we'll do is that we'll identify the different wards. We have got, I'll name the wards for you. We've got Baluba ward, which is the proximity to the roads.
Yeah, it's very close there.
Yes, the types of agriculture that we can do there. Did you know that Baluba has got the biggest egg farm in this southern Africa?
Yes, what's Golden Lake? Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. There are actually a number of amazing stuff that is happening. We've got Golden Lake there, we've got the Local Zoo,
yes.
We've got Baluba Resort. There is a hive of activity.
So Local Zoo is mine, actually.
Don't tell me.
I'm telling you.
I've been there a couple of times.
Oh, really? Yes,
Yeah,
that's my farm.
Oh.
So if you look at places like Local Zoo, first of all, Golden Lake is the biggest egg farmer in Southern Africa. Nobody beats Golden Lake. Yes. So obviously, the reason why all these farmers came and put their farms in that area is because of proximity.
Yes.
Proximity to the towns like Kitwe, Ndola, Kasumbalesa. Yes. So when I load a truck of eggs from Baluba at 4 o'clock in the morning, it arrives at Kasumbalesa at 5:30.
Oh.
The eggs are finished by 9 o'clock. Baluba is the place you have to be.
Yeah.
So when we get into how we're going to put agriculture in Baluba, we're going to make sure that places like Baluba Ward itself are doing easier agriculture, things like chicken farming, because access to market is very near to go to Kasumbalesa. Fisenge, the same thing. I'm sure you know that the road has just been done.
Yeah, the Fisenge road.
The Fisenge Masangano road.
We've got a new university.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So that's service provision in Fisenge, in the Fisenge ward. So Fisenge ward is the same as Baluba. They can do the same things. Interesting enough, the airport we are borders with the airport.
Yes. Across Pajaso.
Definitely. With the right levels of organization. I once had a trip to the UK and I went to see people in Uganda are exporting impwa to the UK.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we are not. And when I went there, the orders that were given to me, it was impossible for me to do them because I would never be able to have so much import. I wouldn't be able to plow so much import. I can't meet the demand.
Yeah.
Yes. So well organized. Baluba, Maposa ward, it's also because where Baluba ends, it's Maposa, Pantanj.
Yeah.
So Maposa ward, Baluba ward, and Fisenga ward are very near to the airport. When I'm elected in August, we'll be able to go to the UK and we'll be able to get a contract for impwa. And
to empower those women that are doing agriculture.
Through cooperatives. So CDF will be able to provide them with seeds, small money, seeds and fertilizer, of which we have all the big farmers in Baluba doing eggs. So they've got a lot of manure.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we'll ask the farmers to give us their manure, as that is their waste product. They'll give us their manure to the different cooperatives, and then it will in fact even be organic. There's organic as it's
organic manure, so you can produce organic import that you can
and add more value to our product. And then when we have, I know there's places like town center. We have plenty of youths in town center. The youths in town center will be able to set up even like processing plants where they wash the impua, they package it properly, and they take it to the airport. So divided, those wards divided by themselves will be able to produce a lot of different things. Places like Chitwi ward, I don't know if you know.
I've been to Chitwi, yeah, I've been to Chitwi.
So Kulokola prison, kudia. So Kuchitwi na kutua shuka, which is further on Kunta and Shikudia.
In 2020, I had the opportunity to actually go through all of Luanshya constituency before it was split with Honorable Patience Chisanga. She took me, I expected her to go around. That's when I knew all these other places.
Different places.
Yeah.
So Twashuka and Chitwi ward, because now they're a little bit far.
Yes.
So things like chickens, a little bit difficult to go to.
Because of the market.
Yes, market access. Places like Chitwi and Twashuka, we now have to do different products like pigs, like goats. Pigs and goats come all the way from different areas in Zambia, passing through our road in Baluba.
Going to Kasumbalesa.
Can you imagine? So now, when we have access to our own CDF, so our people can be empowered at a personal level, they'll be able to have pig farming and goat farming in those other areas that don't have direct access to the roads. Then they'll be able to transport them, because you can take 20 pigs to Kasumbalesa because of the proximity again.
Definitely. So now talking about CDF. CDF has been one of the government's key decentralization tools. In a new constituency like Baluba, how would you ensure that CDF is used strategically to create jobs, support businesses, and improve infrastructure?
Wow. My vision is to build Baluba around 3 priorities. One being infrastructure, economic opportunity, and community service.
Yes.
We're going to improve the roads, the schools, and the health facilities. We do have health facilities in Baluba. One of the issues that I know that we have is 24-hour access. Did you know that there's a new hospital in Maposa?
No.
Oh, there's a very nice hospital that's been built in Maposa.
That's nice.
Yes. So improve the roads. The roads, we have issues with our roads in Baluba. But then again, remember, that is the whole reason of delimitation, so that our new constituencies can have more access to the CDF, and the CDF has been increased. So that means we have more money to spend amongst ourselves and amongst our infrastructure development.
Yes.
Economic activity, again, as I spoke about agriculture, we have to make sure that we make use of the airport. The airport is just behind us, the road is just in front of us, to access places like DRC, to access places like Solwezi, and Northwestern Province, Kalumbila, also to have access to the international markets, which is waiting for us. The other one is small businesses. Small businesses in our area have to benefit from the CDF programs that we're going to have, and it will be a priority for us, because small businesses in the long run employ youth, and so youth will be able to have access to a better life. You know, not everybody has got a lot. I think you told me just now that you're a degree holder and you're doing something completely different to what you studied. So small people like you need to come back to Baluba. Yes, you have to come back. Yeah. People like you need to come back to Baluba and be comfortable to stay there, to have access to small. You know, like one of the businesses that I do is that I make soap.
Oh, that's nice.
I make soap. The soap that we make, we are using a byproduct of a Luanshya company that makes soya. They make cooking oil.
Yeah.
So they've got the byproducts. The reason why our people are not accessing things like that is because of money.
Yeah.
So we're going to invest a lot in building small businesses by making sure that our youths have got, you know, there's a lot of like trade fairs. Like I know right now there's a show in China that's on twice a year. Our youth need to be exposed to knowing what are people doing, whether it's Mac School they are making. So access to small businesses that people can make money and improve their lives. I think that's very important. And mining related, access to artisan mining. I'm a big fan of mines because I know that Copperbelt is built on mines.
I love the fact that you've talked about mining. So I understand most of our young people on the Copperbelt who have not gotten formal employment, they resort to mining. And in your new constituencies, we've got a lot of pits.
Yes.
Baluba East,
Yes.
I've been there personally, and I love it when I'm talking to somebody that is coming from a constituency, a district, or a province that I'm familiar with. So when you talk about artisanal mining and just the youth of Baluba constituencies, we've got a lot of abandoned waste mines and pits that are in your constituency that the young people can benefit from.
Yes.
What is your plan for these young people that say, we don't want to do anything else? We know how to mine the copper, we know how to empower ourselves. What is your message to young people, especially in Baluba constituency?
I feel that when everything, Copper Belt has got minerals everywhere.
Yes.
Whether it's copper, whether it's golds, I'm sure it's there.
We've got quartz,
we've got rare earths.
Yes, we've got emeralds.
Yes, we've got all that is there. In Baluba, it's there as well. I know that, do you know where Jacope Road is?
Yes, I know where Jacope Road is.
So just behind Jacope Road.
Where there is Kafuakumba, that side?
Yes, further down.
Yes.
They found emeralds.
Oh.
They actually were in the process of converting from
agriculture to mining.
Yes.
Land use.
And I think what happened after that is that they didn't have access to funds.
Yeah.
So again, it's a group of youths which I actually met.
Oh.
We have to make sure that our youths know how to get artisan licenses. We have to help our youths to access equipment, to make sure that they have got access to equipment, do things legally, document things, go to cadastre, get their paperwork done, have the right paperwork for them to go ahead and access their mines. They can, Baluba, it's not only big companies.
Are you doing anything deliberate to help facilitate these issues? Because most of our youths would want to go to cadastre and get these licenses, but they don't know how. Like, are you doing anything deliberate to maybe educate the youth, bring them together, educate them, bring somebody that can educate our youths? Why most of our youths are not benefiting from the policies that the government has put in place? Sometimes that's lack of knowledge and not knowing. At the Youth Indaba last week, the president said they have, as a government, they have understood that most of our youth, why they have not benefited from CDF is they just don't even know how to apply. So the government has put in a deliberate measure where they will put somebody, an officer, who will be in each constituency to just help these youths fill in these forms, apply for these things that government has put in place. But you as a candidate and looking at your place like Baluba, have you put in place any deliberate measure to help your young people apply for these issues and not be left out when it comes to CDF and other things?
I actually have. I have what I call a youth desk in every ward. So the wards that I in my constituency, I get the youths to give me their problems.
Yes.
I went to, like obviously at Baluba Market, there's a lot of youths. We have maybe, I think there are about 200 youths.
Oh.
They are selling diesel.
I've seen those, yeah.
Yes, they're all on the road selling diesel. So I went to ask them about learning how to, they all want to be drivers. Because obviously what we see is truck drivers. We want to be truck drivers. That's what we see.
Yes.
So I've approached them and we're in the process of helping them, because to be a truck driver, you need to organize your licenses to get all your upgrades on your license and also do your passports. So what I have been doing is helping them by, sometimes knowledge that people don't have.
Yes.
So it's when you're explaining to them and they're like, it's that simple. And it's worked very, very well, because a lot of them have progressed from upgrading their licenses. And now I'm helping them access jobs.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I've got friends who have got trucking companies. I approach them and say, I've got some youths. Can they do some internship with you? Maybe 2-3 months with you, and then maybe if they're able to apply for a job later. And it's worked well so far. And it's the same thing for mining as well. Same thing. It's the same thing for everything, whether it's mining, it's agriculture. Again, for mining, what our youth need is to learn and know. People don't access these things because they don't know.
Yeah.
It's actually very cheap to get an artisan license. You can actually apply easily online and you don't need much to apply for it. So yes, the intention is to make sure that our youth can approach them. Also, to teach them about safety. Because I know that a lot of our youths, they will just go and dig.
Yes.
Safety is such an important thing. We have had so many youths in places like Chingola die because the things collapse on them. Even in Luancha.
We've had an incident of somebody that I knew much like
Na Kulakun Makulakureki.
Yes.
I remember I went to Kulakun Makureki I know it's closed now.
Yeah.
but I went there a few years ago. It was very sad.
No, it's not actually closed. People still work in the evening. These are things that you need
They
to know.
do go in the evening.
Yes.
Yes.
And in the evening, it's even more risky
dangerous,
than if
yes.
they did it during the day.
So you see why we need to legalize it properly. They need to have their own mining license so that they don't have to pay anyone.
Yes.
They don't have to go in ubushku. They literally nakumia skonza kula kupaluba. Bema ubushku kamona ba follow. Balendo ubushku bala mula kuisanti toaya.
Yes.
But obviously that is not safe. So safety is so important, and when it is legalized and done the proper way, we won't have an issue with it. They can go anytime it's their mine.
A lot of people, you know what you're saying, Honorable, a lot of people come on the platform and they say, we are going to legalize. How are you going to realistically do it? So that we do not have people coming and say, how do you realistically look at handling this issue, especially amongst the youth? Remember, the youth are the biggest voting bloc. The youth are the biggest demographic in our country.
That's true.
And the youth are the future of this country. So if we do not shape them up well, our future is bleak as a country. How do you intend to ensure that as we go forward in Baluba, at least in your constituency, we ensure that the youth are properly taken care of, they do their mining in a proper way? How do you intend on?
So you know what I've done? Every ward that I go to, I divide the people into groups that they've got something in common with.
Yeah.
So the youth that are into mining, I make sure that they make a cooperative. Well, we call them cooperatives. Yes. Eventually, we will legalize them. It's called, yes. So they are in groups with like things that they have in common. So the people who are in agriculture, they are with their fellow youth in agriculture. Those that want to say, no, we want to be drivers, they are their own groups of drivers. Those that say, we have been to university, we've got papers, we are looking for jobs, they are together as well, so that it is easier to access them.
Yes.
Because you cannot, it would be impossible to access people in, you know, like you have a spot there and have a spot there and have a spot there. It would be impossible. So now these groups would have to have their own leaders within themselves, so that, let's say, like you are a leader of the IT people.
Oh, yes.
So you're into IT, you're into technology, you're into, like, I'm on Fita channel.
IT.
So you would then
like-minded people that I'll work with and
yes.
form a cooperative.
So then when you form, not necessarily, but even a group, so you would know, we would know that Balaba, when there's an access to say there's a mining in Daba, there's a mining, we can get 2 people from your group, or let's say around Luansha, around Baluba,
yes.
We've got 10 people, 10 groups like that. We would take each one of you, your secretary or your chairperson, and then we'll bring you to Lusaka. Let's go to Ministry of Mines. Let's ask Ministry of Mines, what can we do so that our paperwork is in correct form? How? Teach us. You see what I mean? So then you will be able now to go back to your group of 25 or 30 or 40. And then you would be able to tell them that this is what we're supposed to do. It would help them rather than keeping them and telling people that, oh no, don't mine, but then not giving them a solution. Because just to tell them that don't do it will not stop them from doing it.
Luansha is a mining town, and we have a lot of ex-miners, a lot of people that had worked for the mines and are no longer in employment. And we've been seeing these issues, especially during this time when we have elections. Politicians come and promise these ex-miners a lot of things. Even in your constituency, in Baluba Constituency, we have a lot of people who used to work for the mines and are no longer working for the mines and they're just fending for themselves. What is your message to the ex-miners, especially the ones that are in your constituency?
This one is a bit painful for me because a few years ago I had, there was an ex-miners association that was funded by the EU. They actually bought them very nice equipment. And when you go there, you'll find this equipment and you'll be like, wow.
You know, like for me, it still breaks my heart to say, you remember when they started, even before illegal mining started, they had their own place, they had the funding and everything, but we've not seen anything tangible come from that.
That's true. So it's painful to see that our elders were not given a chance to kickstart that project. Yeah. The EU funded it, but what they didn't have was the working capital from the machinery to the end product. Yes, they didn't have it. So that one is just, it's a white elephant. It's sitting right there. I don't even know. I don't know what has happened to it. So we need to do something about it. Though I do know that this is the sad part. Did you know that when the new mine came in, we did not have enough skilled and experienced people to work in the mines. Yeah. So what happened? They went to call those old people to come back again in the system. Why? Because we've got a group of youths that have not had any access to training. Yes. Which is really, really sad. So we do have the workmanship, we do have the people, we've got the resource of people, but they don't have skills. Yes. So you can't give someone that front end load Yes. So one of the things that CDF has to do is to expose our youth, train them into the skills that are needed in mining so that they can work in their own mines. Yeah. And then we'll be able to help the older people to access funds as well, because they have the experience. Yeah. So they can come up with plants, whether it's a plant shaking table, reduce, increase the concentration, copper from and washing table with those small plants to upgrade whatever material. You could imagine if we have groups where the youths are digging the copper. Obviously, there's plenty Chinese that have set up. Even in Baluba, there's plenty Chinese that have set up.
Even there is another Chinese that is processing copper.
Yes, Baluba, just down, there's another one there. Yes. So imagine if we have a situation where the youths are digging the copper. Yeah. The elders set up a cooperative where they have, it's called a washing plant there? Yes, washing plant. And a shaking table, that's what I know. Yeah, concentrate the material, upgrade it so they can get better value for their products. Definitely. That's what we need.
So now, you've talked about your vision for the youth. What about the women? You're a woman and you understand most of our women in Baluba have cooperatives for women, they are trading, but what plan do you have for them? Because before Baluba became its own constituency, they had to wait for CDF coming from Luansha constituency, and some of the parts of Baluba were in Ron constituency. Now Baluba will get its own 30 million every month. It will get its own programs, and you will be MP. What program do you have for the women?
Wow. The women of Baluba they're at my heart. I love them so much, because I'm a woman of Baluba. I've been raised by a mother of Baluba. So the women they're my P1. Did you know that in our area, the households are run by women? Yeah. Because as you can imagine,
somebody from around that area, Mr. Ferijo Moale and Mr. Champo.
Oh, yes, I know. Mr. Champo is Champo is an elder. Yes, that's it. Those are the pillars of Baluba. The man
that showed me how to deal with the community. When I first got on radio and used to do the community concern, Mr. Champo is the person that showed me how to talk to people, what we need, what is important in Luansha, what we need to focus on. So he's a person, I call him every now and then just to give me an understanding of what's going on. So for people like him and women in your locality, what plans do you have for them?
Okay, let me start with the women, then we'll talk about the elders. Yes. The women in Baluba run our households. Without the women, yeah, because they're not jobs. The farmers that are there are not able to provide enough jobs for the women to sustain households in Baluba area. So now it means that our women have to be empowered, and not only empowered, we need to add an extra to it. They need to go the next step. You see, it's more than enough to say you're going to give somebody 500 kwacha or 1,000 or 10,000 kwacha for capital. But you need to train them how to keep their money. They need to know how to run businesses effectively. So we need to make sure that our women are taken through processes to help them go to the next step of development, so that when they are CDF Bakongola in Dalama, let's say they get their loans from CDF, how are they going to make sure that it's sustained? Yeah. How are they going to make sure that Mairo Tabawile? How are they, they have to be educated business-wise about saving, about reinvesting. Those are skills that need to be taught to our women. Even, you don't have to learn how to read and write. Yes. Saving, input, which I know most of them already have that. Yeah. Most of them are already very talented in that, because that's how they've raised us. I'm raised by a woman in Baluba, so I know Badish Boksunga, Badish Bashan. But also market access. They need to have better access to markets. As when we have CDF, we are able to buy a truck, which they can swim tomato shabo. Tibalonga muni trucki, batola kasumbalesa, because nkadimashani tomato nganshaishiwa kwa kutwala.
It makes no sense.
Yes. So imagine if every ward had their own, let's say, 5-ton truck or 7-ton truck, which inena longa mo tomato yanji dwalanda so once per week or twice per week to twala ma vegetables. Imbide tukatwala inkoko. So inkoko shandina ngushaba 10 na shilonga mu truck na tola kasumbalesa. Yes, sometimes the prices in Kasumbalesa can be very bad.
Yeah.
But I will be able to sell 10 chickens, get my money at once, come back, reinvest into my little business, and grow it slowly. So, and then remember, once they go to Kasumbalesa, they will be able to learn different things.
Yeah,
because
and interact with just different people.
Yes. So as they go there, they'll be able to come back and bring more value back to Baluba. Bakesa landatawe, nadi mona kuda balashta nefi, balashta kona jinja, bake pushanga jinja kudi mashani. And our people, sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, the only thing we need is exposure.
Yeah.
When people are exposed, they'll have access to better knowledge, they'll have access to better ideas and thinking on a bigger picture than we need to think. The old people. Is that enough about that? I can continue.
Yeah, no. I want you to sell yourself because Baluba, for me, I'm somebody who's from Luansha.
Yes.
And I understand. I remember to I did when I watched the Golden Day, quite what Kunshu, quite what
Kuchibwe.
Down Kuria, and I did echo.
Kuchibwe na ngupa.
Quite one second, Golden Day, more Konekero, Sodoma, quite what
Elohim.
Yeah, Elohim. Yes, Elohim. I had been as far as Elohim.
Yes.
So I understand just how much work is needed to be done to bring Baluba to where it's supposed to be as a constituency and for people to access the amazing stuff that the government is doing to access these things. So I understand how much your work is cut out for you.
So Elohim is special to me.
Yeah.
I actually changed my polling station from Baluba Primary School
to Elohim.
I'm voting in Elohim. And Elohim has got a lot of issues. Even
last time when I was there, that was one thing that stood out in my mind.
So people don't have access to water all year round. I think Kwaba Fetchima ila de na ile kwa chimo fetchi bomba constant.
Yes.
And the shaya fumamo ni problem. So they depend on rainwater. Boho at water level, Yakudia, it's very, very low.
Yes.
So there's an issue there. One of the first things we're going to do with Elohim, we have to make sure that the people have more water points with Elohim. Because it's not now that you're going to say Kafubu water is going to come into Elohim.
I don't think Kafubu has got a plan for that.
No, Kafubu water is coming
but I don't think they're going to do it now.
No, they're not.
Look at the population.
Yes, it's not enough.
Yes.
So places like Elohim, for them to develop, and Elohim Primary School right now is the only primary school. Side concept, there's no, so the kids have to walk a long way, and there's no water. It's a problem. I think they just did the ablution block Elohim. They just finished it, and that was part of making the feeding place where the kids are going to be able to feed, and that has worked so well. You see, these are the things that UPND government has done.
It actually keeps the kids in school.
Of course, because they've got a reason to say, Nala kusku kai tu aladia. No kudira pepamo.
Yes.
Iwaisha to kudira pamo quite important. Yeah, it's very nice. It's nice to eat together.
Alone, that's when I appreciated do kudira pamo.
Definitely, yes. No kutangu tu no.
Yes.
Nangu tafiweme. But ila unit ya kudira pepamo, it means a lot to the kids as well. So places like Elohim, when I went there, I think 2 weeks ago, I met with the community there. They've got a lot of issues. Water, there's no jobs, where are they going to work? So places like that, again, it's very easy for them to do village chickens.
Yep.
Because village chickens require very little water to drink and market access. It's again very near. Bani na muri wadzi track yabo.
Yes.
Twani nika. Batola kasumbalesa bashtisha babwera pepi padia. It will develop. I feel that one of my greatest reasons of standing is that not Kwatama school. We've got schools, we've got hospitals, the government has done all that. But let us now take development to my house. I should be able to have food to eat.
Real trickle-down economics that reaches the household
level. So for me, I think everything else on top is fine. We're doing a great job as a country, and I know that when Baluba becomes a constituency on its own, obviously it will sell well. We're going to do bigger things.
Yeah.
But individual, so I feel that is why it's so important to vote into someone that has got experience. I've got an experience in agriculture.
Yeah.
So why me? because my experience in agriculture and trading, tamanga yonze tuadie shamba. So tuadishe for ibomba. I know very well that ngamwasenda if he wash, do you know that amani nonshta? Ade isaka sombalesa. Edef makulusaka.
What?
Yes. So
it would be cheaper to get from your constituency
yes.
From here.
Niche distance as well.
Yes.
So things like goats, like village chicken, need to come from where we are. Because the market in Kasumbalesa is huge. It's not like if I take 1,500 trays Kasumbalesa, yala pomuli 2 hours, that means the demand is there.
Yes.
The demand is definitely there. So it means that if anybody takes as well, they'll also finish. Now, that is why places like Elohim, they can do things, places like Elohim are sensitive. Again, they can't do things like Nkumba.
Yeah.
Pigs, they can't because
yeah.
So we need to identify leaders and we need to bring into leadership people that will know that this area can be good for this. This area can be good for this. And puzzled together, we can rebuild and bring development to an individual level. We must eat. Our people must eat. Development must be felt in our households.
I love your conviction and the fact that you are from, there are a lot of people who want to contest in areas that they have never been, but you are born and raised in Baluba Constituency. You've built your business in Baluba Constituency. You've got a business that is actually running right now in Baluba Constituency. To the people that doubt you, I want you to look in the camera and talk to them directly. Why should people vote for you come August 12th?
Come August 12th, I think, first of all, Luansha has not had a female MP representation.
Yes.
We have not had it. We had a chance where they voted in Jean Piri and she lost through the court process.
Yes.
But Luansha needs a woman. Luansha needs to have a mother figure, a caring figure who can know the needs and the wants of the people of Luansha. What do the people of Luansha need? A kind person that I'm tested leadership. In my community, I've done a lot. My family has done a lot. But what we need to do is to just put it on a decision-making basis so that we are able to enter into these people's offices and say to them, Tuaisa na bayuth baku Baluba, turefu amuntu funde fya kuchita apply artisan license. Tuaisa na banamayo baku Baluba, tuaisa ku Ministry of Agriculture, turefu amuntu afueko, muntu funde kwa fya kuchita exporti, ifintu kufika nangfeni kukasombalesa tufundeni, tupeni the right permits. So I feel that the time is now. Baluba is a new constituency. It's just starting. And I think everybody, when they are a baby, they need a mother to look after them. I think that's done. Yeah. It's set. It's set. It's very difficult to start. Born today, yes. Raised by a man, it's hard. It's not impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible. But it's a mother figure. It is easier to a mother. So Baluba being a baby, born now, God willing, born come April.
Yes.
It needs a mother figure to take it through its transformative years, to raise it right, teach it how to eat properly, caring, looking after it tenderly like a mother. Definitely. And that's just what it is.
So now, to people that are watching us and are following our conversation and they like what you're doing, how can they get more of your message? Do you have a Facebook page? Do you have a website where people can read your manifesto, look at your plans? How are you using technology to reach out to people?
So this is what, first of all, Kusanta, that's why I need you more.
Yeah.
As much as Facebook is very important and technology is very important for places like Baluba,
yes.
Like 3/4 of our population is not on Facebook.
Yes.
So yes, it's important for the world to hear of us and what we're doing. And I do have a Facebook account. It's called
Yes.
Eleni Grigoraki.
Yes.
I have two. The other one is Baluba Constituency, Eleni Grigoraki.
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
Yes. So I do have access to that. I am hoping that you will help me advance access-wise through IT, and
yes.
you have to do that.
To be an Alwansha.
You have to just do it. You have to. Yes.
They appreciate the platforms that we have created. We are not forcing people to come here, but you can use our platform here at Inuit.
I'm so grateful that you invited me. You don't know. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Luansha, Lusaka. has been built by a lot of Luanshans. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I don't even know why they're not going around carrying it. When I'm MP,
yes.
I'll make sure all of you come back to invest where you come from.
And there are a lot of us in Lusaka, and
Too
a lot
many.
of them are actually doing very well in Lusaka.
Very, very well.
Yes.
Not a lot doing it excellently well.
Yes.
So Luanshya has been well represented in Lusaka. And we need all of you to come back and reinvest into Luanshya.
We're definitely going to
idea-wise, you know, like...
Even monetarily, if we have got the money, we can
definitely,
buy land, we can
yes,
do one or two
come
things.
back. And even just like what you're doing here, this is brilliant. We need more people in Luanshya. I think I told you before, I said,
yes.
you need to bring the entrepreneurship of Luanshya. But the people that have done well,
yes.
they need to come here, tell their story. So it will encourage the other youths of Luanshya to say, you know what, we can do it too.
Definitely,
yes.
definitely. So now we've talked about your Facebook page. Which other platforms are you using that people can follow you on to just pick up on your message? Apart from your Facebook pages, which...
I'm hoping to have an app done.
Okay.
Which I hope you will help me with. And I think with time, we can get that going.
Yes.
And obviously, I'm physically available.
Definitely.
I think that's so important. I'm a local person in Baluba. I've lived there. I was born in Pelembe Ward, actually, at Luanshya Hospital.
Okay.
So
I was born at Rwanda Hospital.
You see? So we're true to our soil. And yeah.
I've been to the, you know, like one of the things that I've learned during this interaction is that you own the local zoo. First time I ever went there, I was so amazed. I was like, why don't we advertise this more so that people? Because I didn't know until one of my friends told me, no, it was a church. We had to take the kids to the zoo. That's the first time I ever went. I didn't even know you were the proprietor of that place. Why don't you market that more so that people know and they appreciate nature and what's going on there?
Interesting. So the local zoo has been on for the last 19 years. It's been in operation as the zoo part.
Yes.
So the wild animals.
Yes.
I try very hard we do a lot of schools and churches, but this is another thing. So again, proximity.
Yes.
I actually do more exports to the Congo with the wild animals.
Yeah.
And I make more revenue from that than from the local tourists. Right now we have got Baluba Resort. It's beautiful. Have you been there? It's
every
beautiful.
time I'm in Luanshya, I go to Baluba Resort.
Yes, it's beautiful. So I haven't maybe advertised it more than I should have through the schools I have, but I don't know. I think it's just a matter of, again, having access to know what can we do.
Yes.
So did you know that Kubaluba, in the Copper Belt, there is no place where if you are bringing in an animal, a wild animal, from any part of the world exporting, because Congo right now is big for wild animals. The Congolese have got the money and now they want to have the leisure.
Yes.
So they want to sit and know that they've got zebras walking around, shiny impalas, kudos. That's what they want. So Baluba, again, we're going to make sure that we have more access to points where people can come in and buy animals. Again, we've got the land. We are near to, from Baluba to Sakanya border, through the back road. The road is bad.
The one in Ndola.
Yes, so it's like 45-minute road.
Yeah.
So again, we can access the Congo. Again, that's about showing people and teaching people what they can do to access these markets and go into these different businesses.
Yeah.
That's why I said my experience in business has given me an upper hand in knowing what we can do in our area.
Yeah. So now, as we're coming to the end of our interaction, this has been one of my favorite interactions. I want you to give the people that have been following us from when we started up to now, what is the takeaway message? What is the message you want them to take out from this interaction?
First of all, did I speak about, we've spoken about the youth and what we want them,
we've talked about the mine, we've talked about the old people, we've talked about a bit about agriculture and the plan for agriculture in Fisanga.
Did we also talk about how we have to make sure the people of Luanshya are supplying the mines and working in the mines?
No, we've not touched that.
We have to speak about that.
Please, let's get into that.
So, a lot of people from Luanshya are not able to supply the mines.
It's very difficult for, especially the young people. I and my friend, this is something I want you to understand. And this is a challenge that most young people have. I and my friend we have this environmental consultancy firm, Vego Environmental Consultancy. We have an office, we've paid for everything. Our office is in Luanshya, Pakanso Complex, room number 19. So we've been to CLOM. We've been there maybe 10 or 20 times before I left Luancha. We've been trying to become suppliers. To expand mine, all those things. We thought we could get into that, but it has been very difficult to work with the mines. We've done all we could. We failed to break them.
That is what has to come to an end. I know there was a time where youths from Luancha are not even able to get jobs. Simple jobs.
Yes.
That is wrong. Luancha people from Baluba have to have a priority in getting jobs from the mines, because the mines are in our land.
Yes.
If we don't eat from them, we can't just eat from them because no, they pay taxi, no, they give revenue to the council. I think it has to go beyond that. Our people need to have access to jobs. They need to have access to contracts. And they also, I know they'll come and say, I think there was an SI signed by government. You see, the advantages of being in the UPND. Huh?
Yes.
So all those things are done to promote the local people. Local people, yes, of course, local people means all Zambians. But local people means our own first. Yes. So our own people we have to go to the mines and sit with them and say, which of our youth are you employing? That are from Baluba.
Yes.
That are from Luancha.
That are from Roan as well.
Yeah, that are from Roan as well. After that, how are you going about it? Are there lists that are being done to you? Who is doing the list? The list again, remember what I was telling you about dividing people in whatever they have in common?
Their specialties.
So we'll be able to say, okay, who wants kutua shuka? There is a group of youths that can do general work. Let them go to the mine and pick. You don't have to pick all 25 from the group.
You can pick one of
even 4, even 2. Yes. It will make a difference.
Yes.
It will give hope to the other youths. People. Yes. I know there's Buteko Ward. Buteko Ward has got TVTC, it's got LTC, all those LTBC. Yes.
We've got, is it Gandhi? The one for special people with disabilities. Is that other school there?
Dagama.
Yes,
So places like that are doing skills. So there we'll have our youths again that have got access to those skills, that have learned, either it's the front end load, Gani, Shani,
and heavy equipment repair.
Our youth would have learned about them. They would be in a group. We would call you and say, Kusanta, your group, tupeleko babidi ba front end loader driver.
Yes.
Tupeleko ba tipa shani. Bayeko kumai. Bayeko. It gives people hope. Yeah. But if we don't identify our youth in whatever they've got in common, it will be very difficult to say that,
almost impossible.
Yes. So that is why one of the first things I'm doing, even before adoption, is identifying our groups. Who are our people? It's not your client.
Yes.
The bank will ask you, who are you? What do you do? So even
what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your pros? What are your cons? Basically, a SWOT analysis of the demographic of youth that you have in your locality.
Very true. So that is why we're doing that now. We've already started that. We've identified our drivers. I know how, I will tell you right now, I even have a group on WhatsApp of people who have done, they're clinicians,
yes,
they are nurses, they are in the health sector. I've also got one for teachers. So when we hear that there's a recruitment of teachers, we'll tell them apply.
Yes.
We'll also put a recommendation letter on top. These are our people.
We from these schools.
Give us even.
Yes.
So the mines will have to have access. The mines will have to tell us how many of our people are being employed. How many of our people are going through our schools to be employed? Because why would you have a skill training place in Baluba and their people are not being employed?
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense at all. So we need to make sure that from this college, they had this number of graduates this year. The mine, how many did you take on?
There was that ethanol plant that was commissioned. Has it started working?
It was commissioned last, I think in December.
Yes.
December it was commissioned. Yes. I think November, December it was. It's actually right opposite where I live.
Oh, okay.
And I hope that will work. It
Has
would
it
work.
employed some of the young people in Baluba?
A few.
Okay.
Because it's...
Has it started full production?
No, it hasn't. Okay. It hasn't started full production. But as you know, ethanol is big.
Yes.
That's a plus. It's a huge plus. We don't have enough ethanol being produced locally.
Yeah.
We don't have it. So the demand is huge and it's going to take us places. That one it will also encourage people to grow cassava.
Yes.
Kabidi cassava is
the main
input into, yes. So it will encourage people to grow cassava. Again, people will have household income,
Yes.
because remember the aim is household income.
Yes.
We have schools, we have roads, we have clinics.
We want trickle-down economics to the people.
Yes, to our people.
Yeah.
So again, that is a huge plus to make sure that our people again have got access. I didn't finish about the mining.
Yes.
We have to also ensure that our local, so like your company
Yes.
that you've established,
Yes.
which a lot of other youths have done.
Yes.
So what do they? The next thing that you need, because you go to the mine will tell you that no, you can't because you're too small, you don't have the experience.
Yes.
So we need to get you to sign on with another company and have a partnership. So that company will know that we need to use these people who are locally based
Yes.
to enter.
Yes.
Then that way you will grow, you will learn, you will be exposed. And then the sky is the limit.
Definitely.
For our own use again. So imagine if we had a partnership where, let's say we had a show every year where all these big companies had access to come and say, okay, by youth, join us. Go and get jobs by youth because you've got a backup. Because that's what you don't have is backup.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have experience. But you have the technical experience with whichever partners that you are doing.
Yes.
That on its own is a big seller. And then our people will not be able to say that, no, you can't access, you can't do what. Because we will simply say that, no, we're in partnership with this company. And this company will now come in and work with us.
Definitely.
So it's a plus for you. You have more experience, you have more business, and you have the exposure that you need to take it to the next level. You spoke about the old people.
Yes.
Baluba needs an old people's home.
Is Padapa blind? Is it still in Baluba Constituency or it's part of Luancha Constituency?
No, it's part of. So Baluba Constituency goes right up to Mutaun.
Oh, okay.
You know the road, Yapa Police. So
Yes.
the police is in Luancha Central. Palaponsepa any bangwe yonse.
Ngwe Avenue,
Yes, Konsekula ni Baluba.
Ngwe.
Yes, but Chiboli
Chibolia,
all that is in Baluba
Chibolia
Constituency. It's all in Baluba Constituency.
Town Center.
Konsekudia. Second class Kamirenda is in Baluba.
Oh.
Twashuka.
Oh.
Twashuka idea ba kwa walale.
Kuchitwi
Konsekula ni Baluba Constituency. So it's huge as well.
I didn't know it comes all this way.
Yes, it comes into town. Kukamirenda, you are voting for me.
All of those.
You are voting for me.
Oh, I didn't know.
So places.
So I'm shopona le mwe wati nopo ikaperela. Na mwe watika perela ngu apaudi ndura road kuiro kuso.
Awe. So Maposa, Baluba, Fisenge, Buteko ward, which is Kamirenda, Pelembe wards, Twashuka and Chitwi are part of Baluba Constituency.
Because Buteko ward they call kansela at Sanga.
Yes.
Yeah.
So places like Buteko, Pelembe ward.
Yes,
Pelembe ward is interesting. So a lot of people who are in Pelembe ward, I'm sure you know a little bit of the background.
Yeah.
They were miners, ex-miners, worked in the mines. They're now Balikula,
yes.
But they need income as well. Very important. What are they going to do? We need to have a plan for them. Again, agriculture is a huge one for them. I believe so. A simple plant for avocado. We'll give them 400 avocados every year.
Yeah.
They'll have a little income from it. So we need to bring in people who can think beyond it. It's so important to think beyond the barriers of Bale Bomba Mine, what is next for them? Bale Bomba Mine, remember, again, they have got huge experience in the mining sector. These are the people who run the mines. These are the people who established Luancha for us.
They have the expertise.
Yes, they are the backbone of Luancha. How are we going to look after them? Again, place things like mining activities, which we have huge potential for mining in Luancha. It's still there. And there's still a lot of mines that are untapped.
Because there is that after, where Miliashi is? After Miliashi is Kashiwa mine, it has already been prospected and everything. So in future, they'll open another mine after where Miliashi is, Kashiwa mine. So Luancha still has the potential to carry the copper belt on its back.
Definitely. And that is what we have to bring back to Luancha, especially with Baluba being a new constituency. Again, new needs a mother.
Yes.
A mother figure to help it, transform it into the next stage, to whichever thing that it needs to grow into.
So now, as we are coming to the end of our conversation, it's already been an hour. When you're having a good conversation, time flies. What are your concluding remarks? What should be the takeaway message from our viewers that are following us?
I think that, I know that I'm a leader who is accessible, accountable, focused on results, and community orientated. I can engage with anyone, everywhere. And I know that is what Baluba needs. Baluba needs someone who can come from whatever background to every single person at whatever level. Again, it's a mother figure that can do that. Definitely. It's a mother who can come on and say, you know what, these are all my children and I need to carry them on. And again, it's not everybody, but all we need is enough. We just need enough people to believe in the vision, enough people to carry it on, and enough people to simply say, you know what, you can trust me because my focus it's simple. The focus is simple. It's on development, it's on opportunity, it's on unity. I think I called one of the other people who is also contesting, and I said to him, I said, you know, after elections, I'm still going to live there, and so are you. There's no need for us to be enemies or to insult each other prior now. Because I can't move from Baluba. Where am I going to move?
Because that's where you
That is where I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to move. And I know you can't move either. So what Baluba needs initially is someone who can be trusted and someone who's got the faith and trust in God and the belief of knowing that we are one. We are really one. Yes. I know everybody has got ideas of what they want to do and how they want to do it, but ultimately, we need someone who can basically bring us together and have enough love for all of us.
Definitely.
I know I can be trusted for that.
Yes. So now, Honorable, it was a pleasure for you coming all the way from Luansha, coming to visit us here at Inuit. We'd never take this for granted. And to everybody that has been joining us from when we started our live stream, my name is Kusanta Ntangi Chilebe. This is People and Power. This is a special program brought to you courtesy of Inuit to give a platform to people that have given themselves up to serve the people of Zambia. So if you're an aspiring candidate, be it councillor, mayor, or presidential, this is the platform for you. You can reach to us by inboxing us and let us know if you want to be on this program, and we'll make time for you. Until the next time, remember to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and on Instagram. It is Inuit on all these platforms. Until the next time, my name is Kusanta Ntangi Chilebe. Mushade Bwino Lesamipali. Remember, it is one Zambia, one nation.
I see you like big girls, eh?
Yes, that's my
Small
type.
Choco.
Small Naomi. That's why I fired her, because if I'm being honest, she's not my type.
No, you're too small for me.
I know.
You're a child, you're a baby.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Baby boy. Bye.